We live in a hyper-connected world. The internet has transformed the way we communicate, work, and socialize. But behind the convenience and endless possibilities, there's a hidden threat lurking in the digital shadows: cyberstalking. Cyberstalking is more than just an online annoyance. It's the use of technology to harass, threaten, and intimidate. It can have a devastating impact on victims, leading to anxiety, depression, and even physical harm. The numbers are shocking. In the UK, 7.1% of women and 3.7% of men have experienced cyberstalking since the age of 16. That's millions of people whose lives have been negatively impacted, and sadly, many cases go unreported. Experts believe the actual number of victims could be far higher. So, why don't people report cyberstalking? Well, there are many reasons. Victims often feel ashamed or embarrassed. They may worry that they won't be taken seriously or that nothing can be done. Some may even blame themselves. There's also a lack of awareness. Many people don't realize that online harassment and stalking are crimes, and even when they do, they might not know where to turn for help. This lack of reporting has serious consequences. It allows perpetrators to continue their abuse and prevents victims from getting the support they need. It also makes it harder to track the true extent of the problem and develop effective solutions. But things are changing. There's growing awareness of cyberstalking and increasing support for victims. The UK has strengthened its laws, and social media platforms are starting to take more responsibility. To understand this better, let's look at something called routine activity theory. Routine activity theory, or RAT, explains how crime happens, including cyberstalking. It says three things need to be present: someone motivated to commit the crime, a potential victim, and a lack of protection. Let's break that down. First, you have the motivated offender. This is the person who engages in cyberstalking. Their motivations can vary. They might be driven by anger, a desire for revenge, or a need to control and manipulate their victim. Sometimes it can stem from obsessive behaviors or even underlying mental health issues. Next, there's the suitable target. This doesn't mean the victim is in any way to blame. It simply means they have characteristics that make them more accessible or vulnerable to a cyberstalker. Sharing a lot of personal information online, having public profiles, or using platforms with weak security can increase the risk. Finally, there's the lack of a capable guardian. This refers to the absence of adequate safeguards to protect the victim. This could be anything from weak passwords and lax privacy settings to platforms that don't effectively moderate content or respond to reports of abuse. It can also include a lack of awareness and understanding of cyberstalking among individuals, law enforcement, and society as a whole. When these three elements come together, a motivated offender, a suitable target, and a lack of capable guardian, the risk of cyberstalking increases significantly. But understanding RAT gives us the power to fight back. We can strengthen guardianship at every level. Individuals can take steps to protect themselves online. Platforms can improve their security and moderation efforts. Law enforcement can receive better training to recognize and respond to cyberstalking. And as a society, we can raise awareness and promote a culture of online safety and respect. In fact, the UK has been a leader in the fight against cyberstalking. Laws like the Protection from Harassment Act and the Stalking Protection Act have been put in place to protect victims and hold offenders accountable. And it's not just about laws. Social media platforms are also stepping up their efforts. Many now have more robust reporting mechanisms, improved privacy settings, and even AI-powered tools to detect and prevent harassment. But technology alone isn't enough. We all have a role to play in creating a safer online world. We need to educate ourselves and others about cyberstalking. We need to challenge the normalization of online harassment, and we need to support victims and encourage them to seek help. Looking ahead, the future of tackling cyberstalking will rely on continuing to strengthen these efforts. We need even stronger laws, better platform accountability, and more advanced technology to detect and prevent abuse. But most importantly, we need to change the culture. We need to foster a culture of respect and empathy online, where harassment and abuse are not tolerated. We need to empower bystanders to speak up and intervene when they see something wrong. The fight against cyberstalking is a marathon, not a sprint. But with continued effort and collaboration, we can create a future where everyone feels safe and respected online. If you or someone you know is experiencing cyberstalking, please know that you're not alone. There are resources available to help. Reporting the crime can help protect yourself and others. You can report the abuse to the platform where it's happened. You can contact a helpline for confidential support and advice. And you can even seek legal help to hold the perpetrator accountable. Cyberstalking casts a long shadow, but together, we can shed light on this hidden threat. By understanding the risks, taking precautions, and supporting victims, we can create a safer online world for everyone.